So I'm married to Matthew and we met in 99, married in 2002, and then Billy Lloyd was born in 2006. So I have Billy Lloyd who's 10, and then Fionn Joy came into the world a couple of years later. So she's 8. The obvious challenges, I say obvious because having had many conversations with other mothers in the early stages of having had children, those couple of years after you've given birth for the first time are just bonkers and you don't feel like yourself. For me, it was never around feeling sad, but I know I must have had postnatal depression. It manifested in a different way for me. I'd never felt happier, but I felt incapable at many times of making choices and decisions, and particularly that came to light at work when I was working full time. I went back after 6 months of having Billy. I just remember sitting in my office and thinking, I literally cannot make a decision on anything, which wasn't good. But you come through that. You come through the other end of that, and you start to feel a lot more like yourself. And so for me, in recent years, the kids are 8 and 10 now, and particularly in the last kind of couple of years, they mature so quickly. And what's appropriate for them to watch on television, or what's appropriate for them to be doing when they're having a sleepover at friends' houses and things like that, that's thrown up an awful lot of choices, decisions that we have needed to make. And I guess I always thought that I would have plenty of time to reflect on what the right choice is around, okay, at what age is it all right for Billy to play Call of Duty? Because all of his friends are, but what do I think and what do we think? And I guess I always felt like, we'd have time to make those choices and to be considerate towards, how mature he is, how right it is for him. But I just feel, as a busy working mum, that those questions, they come from my children at times when I feel as though I'm under pressure to make those choices really quickly. I need to just get better as a mum at being more mindful, all the stuff that I know I should do more of. And that's stuff that I do, but how much that mindfulness and meditation that I do try and practice, how much that seeps into your life generally day to day, that's the challenge really. It's fine doing it for 10 minutes, when you go out for a walk, and I'm working from home halfway through the day, it's great, but how much is that actually seeping into the rest of your day? That's what I need to get better at as a mum, definitely. The best parts of motherhood to me have by far been when I can just lie down with my boy or girl and just share a bit of wisdom that you have because you can remember what it was like, or just because a bit of wisdom just comes to you from nowhere and you think, oh my gosh, where did that come from? That clearly really made sense to them. And they have been the real joys of motherhood to me, is those moments when they really, really obviously need you and need some wisdom and need to make sense of stuff, especially around the stuff that scares them growing up. That's a real privilege to be able to form words that help them to just clarify stuff and just feel a little happier.